What's going on, guys? We are Tottenham TV here. Another woeful display. Well, not a woeful display, but woeful result. Yeah. Our Wembley woes continued.
As we said before, kind of, you know, if we don't beat Swansea, then it's kind of back to square one in terms of how fans are feeling about Wembley. We were on a real high after beating Dortmund on Wednesday, and then we come back on Saturday and it's another disappointing result against Swansea. Decided we really have to be winning if we're going to be challenging the season for the league title.
Well, let's break it down a bit. Let's think about Son first at left back. What did you think of that?
I think it was it's something we've tried before. I know it was against Chelsea, so it was hard to judge that game, but I think it really unbalanced the team. I think he individually actually did quite well, but I think he was kind of caught in between defending and attacking, and I think the team suffered for it. We looked really disjointed in that first half. We really struggled to create chances, and I wouldn't put it all down to that one decision, but I think that with putting Sissoko in as well, and we just didn't attack enough. What do you put it down to? Why we didn't create enough chances? I think
I think we did create enough chances.
Not in the first half.
No, not in the first half, but in the game as a whole.
I think Pochettino recognised there was a problem in the second half, and he changed it, and he changed it for the better, because I think that we really upped our game in the second half. But in that first half, I think we got it totally wrong, and it was really, really disjointed. I think that's what cost us. I think if we started the game how we started the second half, I think we probably would have gone on to win. It would have been too much for Swansea, but in reality they only really had to hold out properly for one half, because that was the only half. The second half was the only one we were really making chances and attacking.
Yeah, that first half I nearly fell asleep in.
We were slow, we were pensive, we weren't penetrating enough, we weren't getting in behind, and the only chance really was a Kane free kick from 25-30 yards. Yeah. That was the only thing we made really in the first half.
That says it all really, doesn't it? Well, you said we looked really poor in the first half. Yeah. Pochettino, his selection wasn't the greatest, let's be honest.
We went again for that 5-3-2 like we've done recently, two up top, Ali and Kane, with Eriksen in behind.
For me, what I don't understand is why didn't he start Aurier on the right, Davis on the left, rest them all for the Carling Cup or for the Carabao Cup in midweek, and then we got West Ham away, an important game. They can play one game a week.
Yeah, you'd think it's early in the season, they should have fit enough legs to be able to compete maybe against Dortmund and against Swansea. I don't mind Pochettino using the squad. I don't think that's much of an issue, but you know,
use it in the right way.
Exactly. Maybe we could put Kyle Walker-Peters on the left. He had a great game when he played against Newcastle. We know he can
featured since,
and we know he can play left back. So why put Son there? There's no need for it. And I thought he was actually going to go 4 at the back against Swansea.
That's what we said, didn't we?
Because the Swansea team are going to put 11 men behind the ball. There's no need to put 5 at the back when they've just got to get Tammy Abraham up front. I know he caused us problems. He actually did really well, Tammy, but there wasn't a need for that, I don't think.
It just baffled me, to be honest. I didn't see the logic behind it.
And then in the second half, although we improved a lot, Poch did well to change it up to improve our performance. What he did was he put Sissoko right back, he put Trippier left back, and then we had Eriksen and Dyer in midfield, and then Son and Kane up front with Ali just behind. And we seemed to create a lot more chances. We seemed to be getting in behind. We seemed forcing the keeper to make a lot more saves. But one of the issues was, before Aurier came on anyway, was we still lacked that width because Trippier kept having to cut inside so much. And when we play as narrow as we do, we need that width.
I still think he had a fairly good game though, Trippier. And then you saw when Aurier came on, it just completely changed. We had more width, we had strength, we had pace. We should have got a penalty.
Yeah, and we had quality crosses in coming from Aurier as well, and it was completely different. He was a different threat than Trippier and Sissoko were on their right hand side. He should have started. In truth, he's going to be our #1 right back, but I don't mind so much Poch using the squad. I don't think that's so much of an issue. It's just it didn't work this time, and that's what's, that's the risk you take.
Talking of the penalty incident, it was a stone cold penalty, right?
Yeah, Mike Dean, what's he doing?
He's supposed to be a Spurs man, Mike Dean.
Very poor performance from Mike Dean. I mean, we're not happy with that. There were 2 penalties. After the handball, that was pretty clear, I thought. That really should have been a penalty. And then the trip on Aurier, he gave it because he thought it was a handball against Aurier when it clearly hit his chest.
Yeah. So how do we move forward from this? We dropped 4 points at home all season last year. We've dropped 7 already this season. How are we going to reach anywhere near our tally that we had last season?
It's a good question. We've already seen if we got 86 points last season, and as a ratio, we need now, that's 2.4 points a game we need from now to the end of the season, and I've calculated that's 26 wins out of the next 33. That's going to be hard to do if we're going to match last season's points total. So it's going to be really, really tough. It's a testament to how well we did last season, how tough it is to replicate it. But if we can beat West Ham and get 3 wins out of 3 away from home, then we kind of keeping up that pace a bit, I feel. Even though the home form hasn't been as good, the away form would have been 100% start. So if we can really sort out our home form, and then I think we can move forward. I know we're 5 points behind those Manchester clubs now. So
do you think that we need to be setting up like we're playing away from home at Wembley now?
Well, it wouldn't always work, because if we did that against Swansea, then they would just also sit back and we'll just play our really boring 0-0. That's all I would
We did anyway.
No, but we kind of did, but at least we went for it.
Maybe it would invite them to come out a bit if we were to sit back. Maybe
something Poch has to think about, because when these teams sit really deep, we struggle a bit. We need to figure out a way how to break these teams down, and sometimes playing the way we did, it doesn't always work. Maybe we need to start Llorente and Kane up front, put some balls in the box and really test their centre-backs, because when we're playing everything in front of them, it's a bit too easy at the moment.
Yeah.
But Poch is a clever guy, he's always learning. And we went through periods last season where there were doubts and we weren't playing so well, and we came out, we got 86 points in the end, and hopefully we can do the same this season.
Yeah, you're right. Always onwards and upwards, eh?
Always on, exactly. Listen, there's no doom and gloom here. It's not like everything's terrible, and we still played well. We created loads of chances. We should have really won the game.
We said the same against Chelsea and against Burnley, so this is becoming a bit of a theme. So we need to find a way to get out.
Yeah, but if you look at the stats, expected goals against Burnley and against Swansea, we expected goals. We had like 3, and we conceded like 1, and against Swansea no expected goals, and we should have had 2. So the stats are there in our favour. We just need to. I think it'll turn around. Hopefully, I'm just hoping it'll turn around.
We just need to get really clinical, because
like we were against Dortmund.
Exactly. And it's also these other teams that they come to Wembley like it's a literal cup final. That all of them are literally playing very well. They're very on it. So it's
we should be a good enough team to do all that.
100%.
We should be good enough. That shouldn't be a factor in my opinion.
No, you're right. Really heavy week. Got Barnsley, West Ham and Nicosia.
Yeah, all coming up thick and fast. So
all in the space of 7 days, really. Yeah, Barnsley game tomorrow night at Wembley.
Then 12:30 on Saturday, West Ham away.
And then the next day we fly out to Cyprus. So we've got a lot of amazing content coming from Cyprus, that's for sure.
Exactly, yeah. It's going to be... I'm very excited about what's coming up ahead. But I'm really looking forward to Cyprus. We need to get revenge on West Ham for the last 2 visits. So it's got a lot of stuff coming up. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait. So check out the vlog when it comes out tomorrow night. And as always, come on you Spurs!